Hey everyone, and welcome back to Dallas Cowboys coverage. After an incredible bounce back win against the New England Patriots, the Cowboys blow them out 38-3, and they look like the Cowboys we saw in the first 2 weeks. So I'm gonna break it all down, but just a really exciting game. I'll just jump right in because last week I think against the Cardinals it was just sort of a weird wake up call, just kind of like everything's been going so great, and then this happened. So it's like is this team for real? What's going on? So to me, I think they did what they needed to do. They just kind of flushed that game, put it aside, moved on to the next, and look what they did. They just dominate like they did in the first 2 weeks. The defense was back. The offense looked good as well. It was really an incredible game. So big confidence boost and a great job by the Cowboys just to get back on track. Dak Prescott looked awesome. I mean, he only threw like 6 incomplete passes the whole game. His interception tally still stands at just 1. So really such a solid start to the season for Dak. Um, Receiving, Jake Ferguson played well. He was actually your top receiver. CeeDee Lamb also had a touchdown. So, Gallup looked good again. So just all around, a solid performance. The offensive line slowly getting healthy again. I think this week we'll finally see all 5 starters of Tyron Smith, Tyler Smith, Tyler Biotish, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele for the first time ever, believe it or not, in a regular season game. This will be the first time with a fully healthy line since 2021. And that, of course, was before they drafted Tyler Smith. So if it's as it stands today, it looks like they will finally be healthy, and I'm so excited to see that. Aside from that, the red zone struggles did continue. They still just, didn't quite put it all together. They did have, finally a score with Hunter Lipke getting it in for his first career touchdown, but Dak mentioned, they still weren't good enough. And that's something that just is going to have to continue to be worked on. Obviously, it's still early. Mike McCarthy's still new as play caller, but this is something that just has to be addressed. It's got to be better because this team is used to scoring in the red zone, and they've had no problem getting there. It's hard to complain when you score 38 points, but a lot of that was due to the defense. A lot of that, you could have won by 60. And it's not that we're complaining here, but in a tight game like you're probably going to be in next week against 49ers, you just can't squander these opportunities. We can't have Brandon Aubrey kicking so much. Respect to him, he's done a great job with it, but we need to be putting up 6. We need touchdowns, and that's just something that's going to have to continue to be addressed offensively. So on to the defense, incredible. They looked back, I think it was a bit, sort of a shell-shocked kind of just, tough loss of Trayvon Diggs. They just came out, not looking like themselves last week, but DQ rallied the troops, and man, they were back. Player of the game is DaRon Bland. He was incredible. 4 tackles, 3 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown. His second pick six of the year, and his second and third interceptions of the year. So Bland, absolutely incredible. He's just been a ball hawk since the Cowboys brought him in as a 6th-round pick. What a steal he's been, and I just can't wait to see how he continues to develop. And he's just done, great job stepping up, obviously, with the loss of Trayvon Diggs. Someone you can't replace, but DaRon Bland, he's really done a good job so far, so got to give him a lot of credit. Just aside from that, the pass rush, not dominant, maybe like they were in the first couple games, but, they were pretty solid nonetheless. Micah Parsons was a bit banged up throughout the game, but looks like he's going to be okay after suffering sort of a tweaked knee, so I'm just, glad he's okay, because one thing is we got to just do all we can to avoid injuries, because obviously Diggs was a huge loss. We talked about the offensive line. If this team can stay healthy, that's just going to be a huge key, to success this season. So really just a solid game overall. The defense played well, top to bottom. Really just an incredible job bouncing back. You had some exciting plays, the Leighton Vander Esch scoop and score. It was just really, really a solid performance all the way around. Obviously, the run blocking or the run defense was much better. Zeke, in his return home, obviously, such an emotional, video for him and just meeting up with his old teammates. But fortunately for the Cowboys, him and Ramondre Stevenson were pretty much neutralized. Again, just a huge bounce back there, especially after being just simply ran over by Josh Dobbs, James Conner, and the Cardinals. So putting that aside, solid performance by the run defense against the Patriots. They really looked very good, and got to give them a lot of credit bouncing back. Linebackers, like I said, Damone Clark, Vander looked good. Vander got his first career touchdown, first one since high school, he mentioned. So exciting moment for him on that scoop and score after the forced fumble by Dante Fowler. So just, this defense just looked back. That's what they do. They force turnovers. They score. They make it easy, honestly, for the rest of the team. So it was great to see them back in full force. This Cowboys defense is capable of, winning championships. It's a championship level defense and one of the best in the entire NFL. I would say the best. But, they've just been incredible, and you're going to be facing another good one again. We've talked about against the 49ers, so it's going to be a big game and a tough one, obviously, all the way around. But if this Cowboys team, the one like this week's, the one like week 1, week 2 can show up, there's no reason you can't knock off the 49ers and hand Brock Purdy his very first career regular season loss. So it's just going to take, being consistent on defense, continuing to play the way they do. Secondary, run defense, linebackers, pass rush, all of it. We've seen it. We've seen them all be successful, and we just got to see that continue. Offensively, you just got to keep working on consistency, getting the ball in the hands of your playmakers. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, Jake Ferguson, running the ball effectively with Tony Pollard. Had a solid game, not his best, but, he looked all right. Rico Dowdle did get hurt as well. Hopefully he can be healthy and ready to go. But, it's going to be a whole team effort, complimentary football all the way around, to be ready and to knock off the 49ers. So right now, they're probably the best team in the league, record-wise they are, and just in terms of power rankings, they're right up there. So it's going to be a tough test. The Cowboys' first real, true test of, what a team we're likely to see again later on in the playoffs. So they've had our number the past 2 years, and it's redemption time. The Cowboys defense, Cowboys offense, and even the Cowboys special teams, it's going to take it all. It's going to take everyone being ready, and if they can play like we know they're capable of, complimentary football, I think we're in for a good game and a Cowboys victory at that. So predict the score for me in the comments, how you think the Cowboys would do against the 49ers in Santa Clara. That's going to be Sunday Night Football, so it's going to be a great matchup, and I just, I hope these Cowboys show up, not the week 3 ones. So it's just going to take, team effort, being ready, and I just, it's going to be an exciting game. So drop your score predictions, and for this game, my player of the game was DaRon Bland. Name yours, let me know in the comments, whatever you'd like. I'll be sure to respond. So, I think that covers most of it. I did want to mention special teams as well. Brandon Aubrey looked awesome, as, he did good. Didn't miss a kick, so that's all you can ask for. Brian Anger looked really good as well. He averaged like 58 yards a punt. So, if we talk about them minimally, just saying they had a good game, that's good enough for me. So Turpin, did want to mention real quick, had an excellent run for like 60 yards. Did fumble at the end. Luckily, Sean McEwen was there for the assist, but he really looked solid. I hope that they can continue to work just to get the ball in his hands, because he's the fastest player on the team. When he gets the ball, he makes plays happen. He makes great things happen. So I hope they can continue to get him more involved just going forward, because, kick returns really haven't happened this year. I'm not sure if we've had a single one. It's just kind of the state of the NFL right now, just kicking it out of the back of the end zone and setting up at the 25. So, as much as you can get the ball in his hands, I think that's really big. So, thanks again for watching. Sorry about my voice. I know it's not the best. I have, not been feeling the best lately, but obviously next week I'll try to get the videos back on track, day after the games, at least just a couple days after, so it's, not so late, but just haven't been feeling the best this week. Sorry about that. You could probably hear it in my voice, but thanks again for watching. Obviously, a great game for the Cowboys, and like I said before, let me know your score predictions for the 49ers game, and I will see you guys soon. Hopefully the Cowboys can, just keep playing the way they do, keep playing the way we know they're capable of, and hopefully we'll finally get to see that full, healthy offensive line, healthy team going into Santa Clara, because we're going to need everyone, all hands on deck. So we're in for a good one. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Go Cowboys.